Everybody, and welcome back to my channel for this Thursday morning, afternoon or evening across the world where you may be at. And today I've got a positive news story for you from the Daily Mail, and the headline reads, Freddie Flintoff praised for incredible overkindness towards autistic teen who admits he's only eaten Pringles since leaving Manchester for India because he doesn't like spicy food. It was written by the reporter Joe Tweedy for the Mail Online. It was uploaded yesterday on the 14th of August at 5 to 1 in the afternoon and updated yesterday again at 2 o'clock UK time. So it says, viewers watched as Josh struggled during the first few days of the group's Calcutta trip in the first episode of new BBC One series. Viewers tuning into the first episode of Freddie Flintoff's Field of Dreams on tour have praised the ex-England cricketer over his kindness towards a young squad member who has autism. The episode sees Josh, one of the boys from Freddie's hometown of Preston, feeling anxious as the group head to Calcutta to experience life in the home of cricket. During the novices team's first meal of meat, vegetable and fish curries in searing Indian heat, Josh nervously drinks his water and looks at his phone, not eating a thing. When Flintoff, 46, who admits he feels like a parent to the group of young men, which includes an Afghan refugee, asks if he'll eat anything, Josh replies, not tonight, and won't even try the plain rice that accompanies the spicy food. And there is pictures of Josh in this article, which I'll link in the video description so you can read this article for yourself. It says, anxiety, young cricketer Josh, one of the teenagers who fly to Calcutta to learn more about cricket in Freddie Flintoff's Field of Dreams, admits he's overwhelmed by India. A worried Freddie, who also opened up about the horror crash that is left him with facial scarring, is seen in the first episode telling Josh he's worried about him. The meat, vegetable and fish curries that greet the group of cricketers are all turned down by Josh, who says he has a poor diet. Later, the cricket star, who sustained serious facial injuries and scarring following a horror crash while filming for the TV programme Top Gear, endured himself to viewers when he's seen taking Josh to one side for a heart-to-heart. The teenager admitted he hadn't eaten anything but a tube of Pringles, which are crisps here in the UK, since leaving Manchester Airport. The main thing I'm worried about in India is the food. I don't like curry whatsoever. He adds, I do have quite a poor diet and there's not many foods that I do eat. Maybe it's my autism. It's something that I've kept hush about. After he tells Freddie he's overwhelmed, the star admits he's worried about him and asks the young cricketer if they can start introducing different foods that he may not have tried before. There is a video of them talking, which I'll also link in the video description. Before embracing him, he says, we can take it at your pace with where we go, what we do with the food, the heat. It's about everyone moving outside their comfort zones. Viewers heaped praise on Freddie, saying he dealt with the anxious youngster perfectly. One wrote, I loved you before tonight's show, but I love you so much more now. How you dealt with Josh and his autism was amazing. I'm autistic and Josh was so lovely. Bless him, and you're incredible, Freddie. Honestly, you're the nicest person. Never change who you are. And there is a picture of Freddie also in India with Josh as well. A viewer penned, I don't think I could love Freddie Flintoff any more than I did until I watched this new series of Field of Dreams. What a man. Great strength and courage to come back from what he did, and you get the genuine affection he has for these young cricketers. It's so brilliant to watch. Another added, what a bloody lovely guy. Always thought it so brave and encouraging those boys whilst going through tough times. All credit to you, Freddie. Heartwarming. The first episode also saw Freddie opening up about the crash that nearly killed him. He admitted the after effects of it could follow him for the rest of his life and said he believes he generally shouldn't be here after he flipped a three-wheel car at Dunsfold Park Aerodrome while filming for the BBC programme Top Gear. During the new series, when one of the young cricketers on tour to India asks him whether he is 100% now, Freddie replies, not really. I'm not sure I will ever feel better again, to be honest. He adds, I'm better than I was. I don't know what completely better is. I am what I am now. I'm different to what I was. It's something I'll probably have to deal with the rest of my life. So better, no different. The ex-sportsman who has got back involved with helping coach England's current international side left fans in tears last night by revealing how he suffers from nightmares and flashbacks after his horror crash. Flintoff also shared shocking images of his injuries from just a week and a half after the crash. with viewers praising the inspirational former cricket star for his candidness, with so many left crying their eyes out after the programme. The photos and video of his recovery were shown on the BBC programme 20 months on from the crash in a 43,000 Morgan Super 3 that came close to claiming his life. Freddie, who reportedly reached a $9 million settlement with the BBC over the crash, which was paid for by the broadcaster's commercial arm, quit Top Gear in the aftermath and has since been put on hiatus. The cricketer-turned-broadcaster has rarely been seen in public since the incident, after his devoted wife Rachel reportedly begged him to stay off work and take the time to recover. However, the broadcaster, which apologised to him in March 2023 for the injuries, brought him back from the new series of Field of Dreams, which sees him take a group of youngsters on a cricket tour of India. So basically, what is my autistic opinion about this this article? I basically really think that Freddie Flintoff has done himself justice in that regard. I think it's good that he was able to sympathise and empathise with the autistic teen, and I think it shows that he had the gentleness, the humbleness, the adoration towards him, the respect towards him, and the fact that he said that we'll take it at his pace, his strength, his readiness to try new things, because again, I am autistic, so I can kind of understand where Josh is coming from, because as an autistic person, we do have sensitivities to food, and that can be spices, that can be taste, that can be smell, that can be touch, that can be sensation, it can be smell. So again, people with autism are more averted to trying new foods. We are more distracted towards it because we don't want to put something in our mouth that we can't either get rid of, or we don't like the smell of, the taste of, we can't swallow it or spit it out. So it's a case of we avert them foods on purpose, or we don't even bother trying them because we get too anxious and overwhelmed about trying them. Also, I think Josh, with being out of the country, by sounds of it for the first time, can be quite overwhelming. So when you're flying out of your own home country and you're going to a completely new country, you're having to adapt to a new culture, and new people, and new food, a new city, new religious beliefs, all that kind of stuff. So again, that could have overwhelmed his autism with thinking, uh-oh, I've gone from my home country to be brave, to try and do this programme, to be with Freddie Flintoff, to experience the world. But again, you're going through all the anxiety-provoking things, you're going through all the up and down emotions. So it's not just the food, it's the country, it's the people. You know, it can be the smell, it can be drinks, it can be the fact you're in a strange country that isn't your natural home, that you're out of your comfort zone. It's time difference as well. So again, that's going to play into his autism as well. So I think that Freddie took the right approach there by pulling him to the side privately and saying, you know, I understand how you feel, how you feel like you feel. You know, he didn't rush him or say, oh, you're being silly, get over it, or whatever. You know, he actually understood. He took the time to really talk to him, and man on man and privately, and he opened up about his accent, which I think would kind of help a little bit, because he was able to understand that Freddie is suffering on his own situation with being in a car crash and having to recover from facial injuries and lack of confidence and all that kind of stuff. So again, having that empathy, that genuineness, that humbleness to come from someone who's been in a nearly life or death situation, to then adjusting to someone with autism, with a communication disorder. So I think Freddie really did take himself out of his shoes and relate himself to the autistic man, the autistic teen's position. I think it shows that Freddie had that empathy, that genuineness, ready to help him. And I think if there's more celebrities like Freddie Flintoff doing this kind of thing, then it's going to show that not all professionals, not all sports media people are rude or blunt or don't want to talk to us. It shows that he's ready to have that conversation, that he cared, that he had the respect and love towards him, and made him feel like he's part of the team regardless of having autism or difficulties with eating or communicating. So I think if we open up that kind of discussion more and take the time to listen to autistic people and make them feel included rather than isolated or segregated, then that discussion will be more easy to have with distant celebrities. I think Freddie Flintoff did the perfect thing there by encouraging him, motivating him, supporting him, giving him the decisions to make, rather than saying, you must do this, 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 this. He said, how about we go at your pace? When you're ready, we'll try the food. When you're ready, we'll go to the next thing when you're ready, rather than saying, well, you just got to do it. He gave him that effort, that respect, that genuineness, that humbleness. He gave him that chance, that choice. So I think that's going to help with all autistic people in the future who he may come into contact with. I think it's a really good way of interacting, communicating, showing that he had the communication skills, the time to be with him. And yeah, so let me know what you think down below, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye, guys.